All right, so if there's no questions from last time, we'll go ahead and start. So make sure that you sign class 2, which is recognizing labor. Make sure you sign there and date so that you get credit for being here today. And everybody signed in, so good. You can sit down if you want.
All right.
All right, so this first part we're going to do is talk about, I want to go around the room and I want you guys each to tell me one thing that you did that was good for yourself or your baby this week. So who wants to start?
No, I thought it was after us.
Okay.
You got cleaning your wrist.
Good, yes, that's very important for your baby.
Slept all day.
Slept all day, so plenty of rest, that's good. It's definitely important. What about you?
We've been finishing up the baby's room, so
You're gonna steal mine.
that's been exciting.
Well, it counts as a couple. You both are getting ready. That's good. So, yes, those are all wonderful things that you guys are doing for your baby. So, just keep in mind, everything you do every day can be good for your baby. So, all right. So, being good to yourself and your baby. So, what is the most important thing you want for your baby? Anybody want to answer?
Healthy.
You want your baby healthy? Anything else?
Pretty much nails it.
Okay. What kind of parent do you want to be? Have you guys thought about that yet?
I know my husband has.
Would you like to share?
He has. He at the beginning he's like, I want to be the dad that all the kids want to hang out with me. Like I want to be the popular dad.
But I want to make sure that my kid is embarrassed.
So your goal is to embarrass your child.
Right.
Got it. Anybody else? Anything have you thought about it? No, not really. Not much yet. What about you, Veronique?
The best parent. I'm the best parent.
Okay. And how can you get what you want for your baby? Do you guys know anything that you can do and little steps you can take now that can help?
Reading to the baby,
Very good. Reading. Anything else?
talking to the baby.
Talking. And dad especially, talking to the baby can definitely help.
Have in-depth conversations.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very good. Your baby will recognize your voice when the baby comes.
I have a good one. Okay, so your baby can tell when it's day and night. So when it's nighttime, if you take a flashlight, you can actually play with your baby with the flashlight if you're like 28 weeks and further on. I think that one's always fun.
So definitely good.
Use a flashlight on your belly,
Yeah, the baby can
and the
see
baby
it.
can see it and play with you.
Because your baby's vision's already started to develop.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. And the last one, and this one we're going to make a little interactive, so let me put a sheet up. What are some parenting behaviors?
It's like a loading gun.
All right, so
Bring up some dark stuff from my childhood.
well, that's kind of what we want to start having you think about is, how did your parents raise you? Can you guys identify any parenting behaviors? Do you know what a parenting behavior is? Nobody? Okay, so a parenting behavior is something that they did that helped or hindered you. It could also be something that you don't want to do with your child. So, for example, being very strict, always telling your child exactly what to do, getting upset with your child when they don't do what you want to do. That might be a parenting behavior that your parent had that you might not want to do with your child. Can you think of any others?
I think structure is a big one. Like
Structure.
having some kind of structure to their day.
Physical abuse.
I was like, who's she talking to?
You're on film helping me cheat,
Okay, so
I don't
physical
think-
abuse. This is a big no, right?
Right.
Nobody wants to abuse their child. So structure is good.
I think that parents arguing in front of the child is definitely a really negative thing.
Can we all
Not
agree
that we
that that's
fight,
not
but-
something we want to do either? Okay. Any other parenting behaviors? How about some more good? I mean, it's very easy to list bad parenting behaviors. Can you think of any good ones?
Manners.
Positive reinforcement.
And if you think about them, then focus on your class. It's more important.
I have to raise her right now. she don't remember that.
What about loving your child? That's a very big one. That's a parenting behavior. Some people don't show that love for their child, and it's very important to show your child that you love them and bond and attach with them.
I come from a very loud family. And I'm like, sometimes
Yeah.
I don't think they even intend to be as loud as they intend to. And so sometimes I'm in the kitchen and I'm like, do the dishes, and I realize I'm a little bit louder than what I intend to be. And so I will immediately be like, all right, you guys, I know you don't like it when I yell at you, but I really would like the dishes to be done. And sometimes I have to stop and like think about how I'm speaking, because I used to hate it when my mom yelled at me, but you know, sometimes she didn't really know that she was yelling until later. They're just loud. They're just loud people.
I thought for years though my mom and her sister hated each other because they always argued, but they're Portuguese, they were just talking.
Yeah, see? Yeah, you want to be a loud family.
What about discipline? What kind of parent do you want to be as far as discipline is concerned?
I think I'm gonna end up being the disciplinarian in this
You
family.
say that, but depends on what they do. Yeah.
So that's good. So what I hear from you is that you're saying the punishment's good. Well, I hate to say the word punishment. We don't like to punish our children. The action that they do needs to have a consequence that fits it. So if they accidentally spill their juice cup, you're not going to scream at them and make them go sit in their room for 20 minutes type of thing. So you want to definitely make sure that you're weighing what they did with what consequence there is. So very good. All right. Any questions about that? Any more you want to add before we move on? All right. So healthy eating. We've got this wonderful activity now. We're all about activities today.
Today?
So if you'll pass these down. Now, the top of each plate has a question. Virginia, would you like one?
Sure, why not? I'll participate.
Okay, so the first one,
Oh, you do
got
have.
colored
you're in
crayons. You want crayons or colored
It
crayons?
won't look crisp, but you can be creative.
Here's some crayons too, depending on what y'all
Piece of
want.
color in here.
All right, so on the top one, if you'll take a couple minutes and just draw one meal that you've eaten today. And on the second one, take a couple minutes and draw your favorite meal. If you could have anything in the world right now, what would your favorite meal be?
Oh.
What would it be? Oh yeah, I know, that's what you know about.
I know what my favorite meal would be that I can't have.
And you want to move one down
Perspective of
also
these
too?
plates is not conducive to drawing.
And you guys can talk. Don't need to be quiet. Y'all can talk to each other.
It's a circle.
It's hard. You didn't give me any crayons.
Oh.
Did you want crayons? I was gonna say we have plenty.
I did not eat healthy today.
I'm about to draw pizza rolls, so.
I don't feel quite as bad.
I think I had like 30 of them too.
No judgment.
That sounded pretty judgy.
How am I supposed to put cream cheese on the bacon?
Well, use that as the bottom half. Draw the top half off on the side.
I had chives.
You got chives in green?
Cream cheese. What's the little circle supposed to be?
Your drink.
Oh, okay.
Your drink or dairy.
I wish I
Well,
had
you
pre-thought
can
this
tell them where I'm
activity
supposed to be
before I
Nah,
went out to
if
dinner.
I'm making a drink, I'm just gonna do like marinara or something.
Cheese curds. It's really all bad today.
And I'm like, do I do the
I need
hamburger
that.
or the Cantaloupe? bacon?
I need
curds?
that.
I got this one.
Sorry, babe.
Okay, draw my
Right.
favorite meal. How in the world am I gonna draw this?
I know that's what I was having a problem with.
Okay.
You don't need to show
This is harder than I think.
I don't want to draw all the pizza rolls I ate because that's embarrassing.
We're not going to judge you for that.
Yeah,
this
tell my
isn't
wife
no-
that.
This isn't no judgment zone.
Yeah.
Now, once you get home, that's another story.
Now,
She
just
will
wait
judge
till
me
you
in
see what
public.
I ate for today. So you know.
What's your favorite meal?
No, I have no idea how to draw this.
What are those?
Why is that making all over?
Yeah.
Looks delicious.
Chicken.
All right. I guess that's how we're drawing chicken.
Well, I bred my chicken.
I think,
Right.
yeah.
My brother.
You're a jerk.
Time for some sushi. I'm not drawing your sushi. We're getting graded on this.
No grades. No grades.
I'm sitting on my top.
Oh, somebody's here.
How are you?
Hey everybody.
Come on, come on.
I'll get you your packet.
And also,
Would you rather sit here?
No, I'm good. I done made it this far.
Should have said it a second sooner. I'm sorry.
Oh, and this.
Thank you,
This one,
Mom.
please. So what we're doing is on the top sheet, we're writing one meal drawing one meal we've eaten today, and on the second sheet, we're drawing our favorite meals. We could have anything in the world. This could be the meal you would choose. Thank you for helping, by the way.
no problem.
I don't know, put something yellow in there.
My meal today always looks terrible.
It could be worse than mine.
I don't know. I guess I should have. And then a root beer.
This is literal. What she said. That's it.
Oh,
That's literally all I've had.
I didn't have any beer at work today.
It's too challenging.
No, Kitty's laughing at me.
Over here singing a Coke song.
Chicken nuggets.
That sounds good.
She's pretty good.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I saw her little broccoli and I was like, man, I couldn't even draw green beans. That's my green beans.
Are you
not
kidding?
draw green beans, they're green rectangles.
And that's exactly what I drew. See?
That's what I did for french fries. I just, they were yellow.
All food is the same shape.
I have ants invading my food, literally.
Oh my word. Yeah.
I didn't know I was that good at drawing.
They really thought there was food there.
Hey, I'm so sorry about that.
Remind me not to go to that sushi restaurant.
That's a good thing. We don't serve food here.
Yeah.
Are you for serious?
Oh, ginger.
See, I like the way you did rice. I should have did it that way. I just kind of, and I threw some red in there from hot peppers.
Oh.
The next time we do this, remind me so I can eat a good lunch.
I
okay?
will, I will.
Yeah,
So
I'll have to
you-
remember that.
Good role model.
Yes, that's
Good
exactly.
What do they always say? Do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly.
You're so funny. We could have did breakfast and put donuts.
Jeez, I ate donuts too, man.
I forgot about those.
Guys,
Hold
pizza
up.
rolls.
Hold up.
Pizza rolls. That's what I had for lunch today.
Hold up.
Bacon grits.
Hold up. I did forget those.
No, you're wrong.
Hold
You
up.
have a whole other thing with my pretzels.
Hold up. I forgot that.
I saw it.
You're gonna so you're doing your donuts too. Very interesting the way you did that.
You're not drinking for either of your meals?
Mm-mm. I did it. I made water in there.
Oh, blue.
And chocolate milk.
Oh, they need noses. No big faces.
Good job. You see my problem?
I didn't even know who brought this. Was it Talia? She'd have
Yeah,
copied
that's how
it.
you brought the donuts.
Okay.
She's so sweet.
We'll have to have words with her about that, but okay.
What's bad is I was gonna get some and now, because then I'll eat too many.
Yeah, you got hiccups after you go.
Oh, I thought you were dying, Mr. Artie.
She's like, all right, is everybody done? Okay. All right, so let's see. I'll go ahead and start and show you mine, and then we'll go around the table and just kind of talk about it. So here is my meal I've eaten today. I had a cheeseburger and cheese curds and a root beer from Culver's. So not very healthy. Now, if I could choose any meal in the world, I would choose to have chicken. I love breaded chicken with, I make my own yellow rice, so I put peppers and onions and, you know, Spanish seasonings and stuff in it, and then green beans. And then I would have some type of strawberries for dessert, 'cause strawberry is my favorite fruit. Now, dairy-wise, I don't really have much dairy on here because I don't eat a lot of dairy, but I guess if I had to put some dairy in there somewhere, I would probably have like a yogurt or something with my strawberries. All right, so, Brittany, do you want to go next? You don't have to get up.
I had a cheeseburger and some fries, and my drink was water, orange hot seed, and I had some Jolly Ranchers. And my favorite meal is broccoli and rice and fried chicken, and my favorite drink is Powerade Blue.
Good. That very good choices.
My meal I've eaten today is that can of Sprite I just threw away. I worked overnight, so I just woke up.
Gotcha.
My favorite meal, I like greens, chicken, rice, and Sprite.
I've eaten a Publix, well, half of a Publix sub and some Sun Chips with water. And I would eat chicken nuggets with barbecue sauce, watermelon, mac and cheese, and chocolate sauce.
Very good.
I ate bacon, eggs, a biscuit, and a cinnamon roll. All day. And I drank some coffee. Not coffee, tea. Iced tea. And the meal that I most like is steak, baked potato, and corn on the cob. And I usually drink Kool-Aid.
Go
Blue.
after my own heart.
Blue Kool-Aid.
Well, I did lunch. I had a cup of chili from Steak and Shake and a double cheeseburger plain and a few fries because they were cold, so I didn't bring me those, and 2 crackers. And then I had a Coca-Cola because I'm addicted to Coca-Cola. My favorite meal, I'm with you, steak. Nice big steak with a big baked potato, fully loaded.
Heavy sour cream.
But no, I like sour cream.
What?
Broccoli, I gotta have.
Debate.
I like sour cream.
That's not fully loaded though.
I'm telling you, no sour cream is like
Okay.
not loaded at all.
Minus the sour cream. Broccoli, and then of course a couple of margaritas. And afterwards a cupcake.
Yes.
Because that's why you work out, so you can eat cupcakes.
That is the reason, right there. Yeah. So today I had pizza rolls for lunch. They're cheap.
Only 6.
No, actually, I didn't have time to draw every single pizza roll that I ate. I don't know what I had to drink with it. Probably Powerade, or Gatorade rather. And then sushi would be what I want for my favorite meal.
I
With
had,
Sapporo, beer on the side. Sorry.
that's fine, Chris.
Yeah.
I had a bagel with some cantaloupe and watermelon for breakfast, and then for my favorite meals, I miss sushi very much. So I would definitely have sushi.
You're getting close.
Yes.
Okay, so I ate quite healthy today. I had blueberry donut holes at our morning meeting.
Fruit, check.
And a blueberry Nutri-Grain bar and a can of Coke. And yeah, didn't really pre-think of this activity, but it's all good. So my favorite meal would be baked chicken, roasted chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, and then I wrote milk because we're supposed to be teaching you about nutrition, but really if you can read through the scribble it says Coke. So, let's be honest with each other.
Yes, yes. So all very good meals. I mean, every time you eat, you can make a change to your meal to make it a little bit better. I think all of us can. But just remember, like, for example, you had the Jolly Ranchers. Everything's okay in moderation. So it's not to say that you have to deny yourself because you're supposed to be eating healthy. You can't have a Jolly Rancher. You can't eat a cupcake. It's okay to have a little bit, as long as you're not eating, like, 12 cupcakes. All right. So now this next...
Yeah, I have. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, Virginia.
I did eat a 6, like, you know how Publix makes them and they come in a 6 when I was pregnant? Yeah, when there was one day, I did eat all 6 of them in a day. Probably why my
It
glucose
happens.
screen came back a little iffy.
Maybe. All right. So now we're talking about how to make healthy choices for your baby. So this is all talking about nutrition. So you want to make half your plate fruits and vegetables. So you can have as many fruits and vegetables as you want. And it's very good. So when you want a snack, it's good to go and pick up a fruit and eat it rather than picking up potato chips or something like that. Again, you can have potato chips in moderation, but it's better to choose a fruit or a vegetable. Your vegetable group, you want to vary your veggies. Fruit group, you also want to focus on fruits, but you also want to vary your fruits as well. So don't eat all of one thing. You want to make at least half your grains whole. So how many of you do that currently?
Recently, we've been eating a lot of whole grain rice and pastas.
That's good. How many of you have WIC? Do you guys have WIC? That's one of the things they make sure to give you with WIC is your choices a lot of times are going to be like the whole grains rather than, the other, what's not whole grain? I don't even know what to call that.
It would be white.
White, there we go. And then protein, so you also want to vary your proteins and you want to be careful which proteins you choose. So, for example, the sushi is not a choice you can have while you're pregnant, unfortunately.
You're almost done. You're
almost done and you're doing great for your baby, so focus on that. I'm doing great for my baby, and as soon as this baby's out, I'm going to go have some sushi.
I think you can I know what her push present is going to be. I'm just saying.
Call me, I'll bring you some.
Okay. And then dairy. So it says to switch to fat-free or low-fat 1% milk. This is, again, what they're going to give you on WIC. You want to try your best, but if you absolutely hate milk or you hate doing dairy and all you can do is vitamin D, milk, as long as you're getting some type of dairy, I mean, you'll be okay, but try to drink the low fat or the fat free. Now, these are the things you need during pregnancy: protein, calcium, iron, folic acid, zinc, and water. So a lot of this you might be getting in your prenatal vitamin, but you can also get it from the foods that you eat, so just keep that in mind as well. Now, safety. You want to follow the safety guidelines. If you're eating fish, you want to eat only the fish that are approved. Now, I've included in all of your folders a fish for food, a fish for food pamphlet, and that gives you an idea of what types of fishes are safe for you to eat. So for example, certain types of tuna, you can have a small amount of each week, and then it tells you which ones to absolutely avoid. Take care with other foods as well. You want to make sure that you're cooking all your food all the way through. So if you're eating a steak, if you're like me, you like it medium. When you're pregnant, you can't have steak at medium because it doesn't kill all the bacteria. So you definitely want to make sure that